The next question for you, President Dimondstein and Director Beard, comes from Patty Homan. She's in Texas. Patty wants to know, how come the APWU always supports the Democratic candidates? She says, I've been around a lot of years and have never seen the support go to the Republican candidates. I see it as a lost opportunity for the members because if the APWU talked to both parties, we could get better support. I believe there are a lot of members who would support Republicans too.
Judy, you want to start with that one?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
take it away.
APWU does support Democrats and Republicans. As legislative and political director, I've invited Republicans and Democrats to speak on panels with me at the President's Conference, APWU President's Conference, more than once. And they came and they did an excellent job. We've invited Democrats and Republicans and independents to our national convention to address us. And some examples of the work that they did, and we do support them. The Social Security Fairness Act. We asked our members to call your members of Congress in the House because we want this bill on the floor, because it's unfair to postal employees under the civil service retirement system who went out and got a second job, paid into Social Security, and the government just cut their money like 50%, 75%, and it's wrong. But we are smart enough to know that a bill cannot pass into law without Republican support. In the United States Senate, it takes 60 votes, this 118th Congress. It takes 60 votes. There's only 50 Democrats, so you need Republicans. In the House, yeah, there's more Republicans right now than Democrats. However, we can't depend on a Democrat either. We don't automatically say, oh, we got all the Democrats. We depend on how they show their action and support toward the bills and issues that we're interested in. We support the Republican who co-sponsored the Social Security Fairness Act, which is Grage from Louisiana, and he co-sponsored it with Susan. He co-sponsored it in the Senate with the Democrat, Spanberger from Virginia. We also support the two people in the Senate, which is Susan Collins and Senator Brown. And we encourage our members of Congress to work together on legislation. Don't just introduce a bill that you know is not going to go anywhere. They have to talk to both sides and make sure they get as much support as they can, regardless of party. There's a second bill that most of our members have called me about, which was the Federal Retirement Fairness Act. Our current workforce would like to be able to get paid for being a PSE. When they get converted to regular, they want that time that they spent as a PSE to be able to be used to retire early. They want to get credit for that time. But they didn't pay for that time, so they would have to pay back the time. And, you know, we're pushing this bill. Once again, we're pushing it by Republicans and Democrats. It was co-sponsored by both, original co-sponsored by two people, one from each of the top parties. And we're fighting together to try to get that done. There are other bills, the Shipping Equity Act. We think the Postal Service should be able to ship alcoholic beverages. FedEx does, UPS does. Why not the Postal Service? they would bring in money. And we have a bill that's also co-sponsored, originally introduced by a Republican and a Democrat. So up and down the board, we are strong supporters of members of Congress that support our issues. And we don't support all Democrats.